Hey guys, how you guys doing? Awesome. So today I want to talk very quickly about um, something that I share with some of my clients to kind of illustrate an important point. I call it the story of the third seed, and some of you will probably be familiar with it because it's a pretty common parable that's often shared. Now, it's a story about a farmer who goes out, and when he goes out, he starts sowing seeds in the farm, in the field. It's like, if you're familiar with farming, you just the normal farming that is done, without the tractors and all that, the regular one, the hard one, if you will. He just spreading seeds around. Now, it spreads all these seed around, and these seeds are in three categories. We have like the first category of seeds, according to the first seeds. These are the seeds that as soon as they hit the ground, boom, they start growing and they're springing up. People are like, oh, wow, quick growth and all that. Um, but the problem with these seeds are they do not have any roots. You don't have strong roots in the ground. Yeah, because basically the reason they started growing very quickly is because they fell on shallow soil. So their roots didn't really go deep, and they just quickly started growing. And then when the sun comes out, they wither away because their roots are not deep enough in the ground to suck up the moisture they need to grow strong, right? So the sun comes out and they wither away. Then we have the second seed. These are the seed that, yeah, they get thrown in the ground as well, but these seed, they have better roots. So they grow, they grow, and as they start growing, maybe they encounter some hard ground, and maybe they can't break through, and maybe some birds come and pick on them, and so they really don't grow to full maturity, and after a while, those seeds, die off as well. And then we have the third seed. The third seed are those seeds are like, perfect. They fall on the ground, the soil is deep enough, and their roots, go all the way down, and they get all the nourishment that they need. They get all the nutrients they need, and they take their time, and they're just growing, and they're growing, and they're growing. And sometimes, people walk past the fields and look around and like, well, nothing much seems to be going on around here, And then suddenly one day you walk past and the whole field is green, It's like, almost like an overnight, like, oh, shoots everywhere. And these seeds, because they have enough root when the sun comes out and really beats on them when the rains come, they're strong enough to withstand the rain and the sun, and they're well protected. So even when the birds and all that come, they don't get, eaten up. And so those seeds grow really strong, and then they grow and they give, fruits, whatever kind of fruits you're looking for in that instance. That's the third seed. In life, we all fall into one of those categories in different areas of our lives. How do I mean? So some people, learn stuff, and you see them literally like they take off. And then when people are in a program such as this, I get to see, because of what I do, I get to see all kinds of people. So you have people on this side, the first seed, who seems so excited. Are you going to do it? Yes! And they're like, yes! Ready to go? Oh, yes! Let's do this! And literally 48 hours later, you can't get them on the phone. They don't respond to emails. They're gone. And then we have other people like, they get started and they're working. And then things start happening. The parents start talking. The friends start criticizing. They have a little bit of challenge getting funding for their business. And, their computer gets broken. All sorts of stuff, normal life stuff that happens to everybody, right? Starts happening, and they say, you know what? I don't think this is for me. I'm going to quit. And they just stop, and they disappear as well. Then we have the third seed. These are the people that no matter what happens, they're going to say, look, I'm facing this challenge. I have this difficulty, but not to worry. I'm going to handle it, and I'm going to go on with my training. I mean, they might take a pause or a day or two, but they come right back, and they keep going. They keep going. and they keep going. Sometimes when I hear people's stories about the things they've had to deal with in order to grow and start and grow their online businesses and become successful with it, then I hear some other people who are the second seed. It's a marvel to me. It literally is. I keep saying this. I'm from West Africa, right? And sometimes the mindset of people from the West, like in the US, in the UK, in Europe, I just find it shocking, to be honest. See, we live in a culture and a society where, in the US, for example, and I've been to the UK, I've been to Europe as well, life is good. Listen, I'm from West Africa. I can tell you emphatically, life is good. You have consistent power supply. Your internet works. You can, go to a bank and get a credit card and literally start a business with your credit card. Where I come from, we only got credit cards like, I don't know, a couple of years ago. But it's been available in the West for decades. And when I found out, then I hear people talking about, oh, I want to start a business, but I really don't have any money. I'll be like, yeah, but you have a car and you're paying for the car with a credit card. A car isn't making you money, but you're paying for it with a credit card. That doesn't make any sense. No, I have to go to work, so I need a car. Seriously. I'm just being honest with you guys. Sometimes some of the stories I hear, I find it really shocking. When I joined Mob, I was still in West Africa. I mean, you guys, sometimes I'm amazed at some of the things I hear. Someone says, okay, to build my business, I see it's going to cost me some money. I'm a little bit concerned. I don't want to invest that money, because I don't know what's going to happen. There is no business. I've looked. There is no business you can start offline. I mean, renting a store, getting a legal structure in place, getting the goods or whatever service you want to set up, and doing all that's required, and then the marketing involved. There is no business you can start offline for less than $50K. It doesn't exist. There isn't one. So when I hear people coming online and they're like acting like the first or the second seed and talking about, oh, I want to start an online business. I want to make $10K a month. I want to make $50K a month. But they're not willing to do the work, the reading, the studying, take the time. They're not willing to go raise the funds and invest it, which by comparison to what you need to do to get an offline business going, it's nothing. They're not willing to take advantage of a system that's already put in place. You just wonder then, okay, so what else do you want? And a lot of times I have to hold myself back from really, talking to some clients in a way that, will be like maybe being in the military, like basically saying, hey, dude, oh man, just wake up. Wake up. When I got started in Mob, like I tell a lot of you, I had a pretty decent job. Okay. But the investment to start my online business, I already lost thousands of dollars trying to do it my way. It wasn't working. When I found Mob and I knew this was it and the process was there and was going to work, we didn't have any coaching. We didn't have the 21 steps. All we had was the Mob business system. It was set up. You just plugged into that, followed the process, did the traffic training, and you started making sales. That was it. I went to the bank and I took out a loan and I got set up. In Africa. You got to just remember that. In Africa. Not in the US. I wasn't in the UK. I wasn't in Europe. I was in Africa. So I want you to think about what it costs to live in Africa. A person in Africa, especially from my part of the world, can typically live for a month on $100 or $150. That's a good salary. And I invested like 2 or 3 times, no, not 2 or 3 times, about 20 times that amount to start my online business. Yeah, so maybe like it was about $3,000 to start my business. And I'm here today. Again, this is the part that keeps baffling me. And I say, people, learn to be the third seed. Learn to be the third seed. Because, look, that is the only way you're going to, and I understand, I mean, you have challenges, The reason I'm sharing this, and I actually wasn't going to go into this part of it, but I just got a little bit overwhelmed. And I just need to share this with you guys. So you understand when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you from a place of comfort and everything was fine. Like I said, I had a pretty good job, but I wouldn't touch the income I was making from my job to start my business. I wouldn't do that because I'm a business person. I went and got a loan and I said, okay, the loan funds the business pays for the loan. It's got to work. And I put in the time, put in the energy, studied, worked. From Africa, you have to just remember that every time I have to reemphasize it. And I was able to make it work. Now, you live in a society where things are a lot easier, things are a lot better. Many times when I was working to build my business, there was no power supply. My internet was like, off and on, crazy. Sometimes I'm going to advertise and spend money on traffic, and it was a lot. Doing that conversion, to dollars, it was a lot. But I just kept pushing because I just knew that Matt was more concerned about my success than I was concerned about my success. I'm honest with you guys. I just knew that the process that he had put in place, this was going to work. I was determined to be the third seed. I wasn't going to be the guy that quit because there was a challenge. I mean, what kind of person is that? I wasn't going to be the guy that found a process that could work and then was fiddling around like, coming up with excuses. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this now. No, that wasn't me. And when I meet people, who are, they are way better off than I was when I got started. I mean, way better off. way, way, way better off. When I got started, and they have this thing going on. I just wonder, how serious really are you about creating the transformation you're talking about? How serious are you really about creating that additional income? Because if you're looking for somebody that's going to listen to your excuses, you come to the wrong place. He's not going to be me. You're talking to the wrong guy. There's no excuse you're going to give me. That is tenable. And what are you going to tell me? Is it death? I lost my mom to cancer while I was trying to build my online business. So that is it divorce? I got divorced while I was trying to build my online business. So is it kids? I have kids. My kids running around the house, popping into the study. What's daddy doing? Distractions. While I was building my online business, there's literally almost no challenge that you are facing that I have not faced. Financial crisis. At the time, when I was building my online business with the funds from the bank, I was heavily invested in the stock market and the market crashed. So what's the challenge? What's the challenge? Be the third seed. When I talk to you guys, you guys understand this. I am talking to you from a place of, I've been there. I understand what it feels like. I think the only difference is that in my case, I made a quality decision about my minimum level of acceptance and tolerance of pain. Like, I was tired. I needed to have something extra on the side. I had a good job. I just wanted to be sure that if anything ever went wrong, my family would be taken care of. And I wasn't just talking. I did the work. I did the work. I found the way. I was resourceful. So guys, be the third seed. It's Saturday, R&R, chilled out, well rested. Start thinking about where you want to take your business to. It's April already. Take some action. Get positioned. Let's talk this week or the coming week, and let's get you rolling. Keep that momentum going with your business, okay? Honestly, I love you guys much more than you understand, and I wish you the very best. Talk to you soon.